Some women don't chase. They don't raise their voice. They simply stand, luminous, unshaken, and yet, the air bends toward them. Men remember them in dreams they cannot confess. Friends wonder why life spills its secrets at their feet. But for those women who feel chaos follows them, betrayal, disappointment, strange storms of coincidence, Carl Jung would say, it was never bad luck. It was an invitation. The archetypal setup. There is an ancient pattern buried beneath the skin of the feminine. It is older than her own name, older than the language she speaks. She carries both the radiant muse and the dark mirror. In Jungian terms, she is not simply a woman, she is an archetype that awakens the anima inside the men she meets, and the unclaimed shadow inside everyone else. They project onto her the parts of themselves they cannot bear to touch, their unspoken longing, their fear, their rage. And the more she shines without hiding, the more the shadows stir. The first turning point, projection and the snare. Chaos arrives not because she deserves it, but because she is magnetic to what is unconscious. The man who adores her on Monday may resent her by Friday, not because she has changed, but because the reflection she holds up to him has grown unbearable. In his eyes, she is too much or not enough. In truth, she is simply the exact measure of his own unhealed wounds. The Stoics would tell her, the storm outside cannot touch the citadel within. But trauma has a way of whispering, maybe you are the storm. And so, she doubts her own radiance. The second turning point, the unseen dance. At night, she replays conversations. A careless word from a lover, the sudden coldness of a friend. She wonders if she is cursed to attract chaos, if fate itself is playing tricks. But Jung would remind her, the outer world is not random, it is the theater where the inner world casts its actors. The shadow within her may not be her enemy, but her compass. Every betrayal points to a place she has not yet stood firmly in her own worth. Every abandonment invites her to meet the abandoned child within. The third turning point, detachment. There comes a day when she stops running toward or away. She no longer explains herself to those committed to misunderstanding her. Her presence becomes deliberate, her silence heavier than her words. Men sense it before she speaks, the shift from needing to be chosen to knowing she is the choice. The unconscious chaos around her does not vanish, but it can no longer pierce her. She sees it for what it is, unintegrated shadow, desperate for a place to hide. And she will not be that hiding place. The final unveiling, individuation. In this stillness, individuation blooms. The split between light and shadow within her begins to heal. She is no longer only the muse, nor only the mirror, she is both, claimed fully. The anima in men still awakens in her presence, but she no longer mistakes their projections for prophecy. She knows some will fight their own reflection and call her the battle. Others will see the reflection and call her the blessing. Both are telling the truth, but neither truth defines her. Closing liberation line. The woman who walks away in silence isn't weak, she simply sees more. And in seeing, she refuses to be the chaos she once thought she was cursed to receive. For she knows now, the world will always mirror her, but she alone chooses what she is willing to stand in front of.